G'day Scrap Mechanics. I'm back recording again. This world is going to be terribly boring for quite a while, but this line up here on this particular packing station lines up with the trader and it drops directly into the trading platform where you hit the button and deliver the crates to. So gives everyone a better view. So just over the mountain on that straight line is the packing station. So I've chosen this particular seed for this particular arrangement of packing station, and the fact that the the cell that contains the packing station is in the same cell line through down to there. But in Scrap Mechanic, the loading of the cells becomes an important a limitation on how far things can be. So I'll just show you here. This command is with the Fant mod, which is why I'm running it. So the funny icons and stuff on the screen, it's all due to the Fant mod. And that's the reason why I'm using it at the moment, is that it shows us the cells. So each one of these cubes of space is 256 by 256 blocks in size. So where that matters is down here. That target is on the edge of the cell. So at the moment I'm in one different cell here. So you can see the line goes above my head. But if I stand on this, I'm now one cell closer to the end of my machine. So what that means is, from that red platform, this cell is loaded and the one beyond it will be loaded. So that means as far as this red line, bring it up, will actually work if I'm standing on the red box. So if I'm standing on that red square down the other end, every part of my contraption up to this line will work. But if I'm not on that red square, it will only work as far as this red box. So that distance between the two lines is how far a cell is, and it can really determine how much your logic loads or doesn't load successfully. So if you're ever making a large base, just standing like here, you're good and working. You take one step off the edge, the one beyond that red square is now not working. So it's really important. And you can see for this machine, it is really important that I know where the cells are. So this is actually a launcher, but this part here, from here on, that does the catapulting, is what I want to run. So I can see if I can catapult all the way to the packing station. Now, if you're running next to it, you're loading the tiles, everything will work fine. So I need to use Fant mod. One of its features is the fact that you can do a chunk loader. So what you can do is use the command called chunk, and it will make a mini player model. So this player behaves like you, and it will load the corresponding cells. So in this position, we're in this particular cell. So he loads this one, which is the packing station machine, the one that he's standing in, and the one beyond the edge of the cliff. So he will load up to that red tree. So I hope that makes sense. So it means just with 3 or 4 of those player models, I can actually load the entire area. So yeah, see you guys soon. Hopefully we'll be able to do a full run of this crazy contraption. One of the other things I have done, which this piston here looks very odd. I'll see if I can trigger it. Basically, you know, when you bring your creation in, sometimes the logic can just jump all over the place. Now I've got to bring it up from I'll build this one. So when I release this, you can see here off from the logic point of view that that's all out of kilter. So what happens is that out of kilter stuff will get reset as soon as this piston reaches out, and then the logic is all back together again. But if I simulate a crate going through the sensors up here, basically holding on the switch, it actually pulls back and the logic resets and it's all fine and it works. So Yeah, so if you're looking at this is my logic tamer. So if you've ever played with Scrap Mechanic and your logic, you come back and your logic's out of control, that's what that's for. So how I've got it configured is there's a sensor on the end, and the sensor is actually going to the logic gate, which switches the off position. I basically want to toggle this particular logic gate to activate it, and I'm using this particular logic gate because this is the input, the inside of the action. So this one as an input will always be on, so it'll push out the piston and it will control this particular logic, which resets the clock and makes it all go again. The mechanism that makes it go is this is all to time how long the controller is on for, and the controller rotates this bearing in here to 90 degrees. But as that rotates, this sensor sets off on the post, which starts the pistons to push the rail. So if we look at that, you'll see it pushes when it hits that bar. The reason to do it that way is I need it out of the way so that the crates can slide over the top of it, then get to the sensor and then go. And if you use a controller to control the pistons, they're way too slow. They just don't push fast enough. So also having both of these pistons, both of them switch on at the same time. So what we're trying to do is use the speed of one and then accelerate the second one at the same time. So we're generating a lot of push, a lot of speed as fast as possible. So as soon as this sensor gets triggered, they will fire, but they'll also fire in exactly the right position. So whenever that is down is when it will fire, which is 90 degrees. And then as soon as the controller releases it, starts the thing and falls back in place, and the next crate can come screaming along. Yeah, so hopefully that helps. This piston is not set to super fast, but it's actually still set to pretty quick. But you saw when it was going badly. Let's get down here so you can see it here. So the piston's being activated by the logic, has a bit of a freak out, has a clean chance, and it's reset, and we're back to perfectly operational. So because all of these are going to be, where's my, I'm completely lost, way up there somewhere, that I really don't want to have to get up there to do maintenance on them. I need to just make sure they're 100% reliable no matter what's happening. So yeah, so other people are asking about sometimes how do you reset your logic when it's going all glitchy. I don't know how I lucked into it. It was basically I just lucked into which logic block worked to actually do the reset as cleanly as possible. Yeah, see you guys on the next one. Rambling at the moment. Catch you guys later.